Oh, that's sweet.
Day 2 in Atlanta, and the media circus just keeps on rolling. The Rams have got a press conference going on right now. Let's go get stuck in. One of the fascinating things about Super Bowl week is the access to the players. Room full of Rams players here. They're all sitting at tables, and the media can just bowl on right up to them and ask them a question. Hey Marcus, Nat Coombs from the NFL show in London. What's with the sunglasses? Are you wearing those every press conference or just today?
No, I just had wanted to put them on today. I just felt like putting on some shades.
Looking well, they're working good for you. Just talk us through the craziness of Super Bowl week and stuff like this, and me from London rocking up and asking you questions and media everywhere. And is that a welcome distraction from the game, or is it something that you find difficult to deal with?
No, I think it's something that we kind of prepare for it. Man, we know what comes along with the whole overall of the Super Bowl, so you just be prepared for it, man. We've been doing a hell of a job of just being able to knock out our media, then everybody focus back in and we get back to work, you know. So I think it's been cool for us. I think we handle it like we're supposed to be handling it.
I want to get some, I've got to get me some shades like Marcus Peters. I think we've got to arrange that for Friday and Saturday, and maybe game day. Maybe I'll do the broadcast in Marcus Peters shades. That is one cool man. I am with the hardest working man in show business, Mr. Ross Tucker. I think you are.
I think I'm up there. I really do. But I will say this. Number one, when you were a journeyman guy, journeyman player for 7 years, as opposed to one of these superstar guys that's walking around, you obviously have to hustle a little bit more. So that's a fact, number one. Number two, I like it. You know, I mean, any job I have, someone says, hey, do you want to do this about football? Do you want to write about football? Do you want to talk on your podcast or TV or radio? I usually just say yes. Like, if I can do it and they're going to give me money to talk about football, the answer is almost always yes. So I got to hustle, because not only was I not a big name player, but I don't have like one of those Monday Night Football gigs like Jason Witten, a former teammate, or Tony Romo, another former teammate. So I got to cobble together a bunch of smaller jobs to try to make a pretty solid career out of it.
Everybody, of course, talking about Jared Goff. Another press commitment for him today, surrounded by media, firing questions at him. It's got to be draining dealing with this. A lot of you will know that I rate Pat Kirwan, because I've been plugging his book for years, and it's one of the most seminal books I've ever read, right? And because we've come to the end of a long season, this is obviously wrapping things up before we break. I'm in the airport, Heathrow Airport, with producer Andrew, and I bought him a gift to say thanks for the season. And I thought, the best gift I can get him is a book that I buy often as a gift, a copy of Take Your Eye Off the Ball by Pat Kirwan, right? And we're at Heathrow Airport, 7 in the morning, over a coffee and a bacon sandwich. There we go. He opens it there. Oh, thanks very much. I read it on the flight. Fast forward 18 hours later, our first day in Atlanta. We haven't been to bed. We've recorded a show. We've recorded video. We stumble into the first bar we could find that looks like it does food, and we sit down. And about 3 minutes later, Pat Kirwan rocks up behind me, sitting at the bar, having a drink with Charlie Weiss and others. I mean, what are the odds?
Pretty slim, but I was excited to meet you, because anyone who's reading the book that liked the book, I could talk about it forever. I wrote it for guys that wanted to learn about football, and a lot of media guys read it too. So I was fired up to meet you, and I said, I'll meet you no matter what tomorrow. 2 o'clock will be fine for me, and here we are.
Oh yeah, me and Vander go back.
Do you know, have you caught up with Vander yet?
We've got him later on today at the TalkSport booth, but I actually spoke to him 4 years ago at Super Bowl 49.
Do you think he'll remember? Do you think he's going to remember?
The place. I do not think so.
Bring it up, and I bet he'll blag he does.
Yeah, Vander, we spoke at 49 actually. Yeah,
he'll be like, oh yeah, sure I remember.
Yeah, the British guy. Yeah.
This stadium, the Mercedes-Benz, and you're going to hopefully get to check it out this weekend, without doubt, in my opinion, is the finest US stadium that we have in this country, and I would make a case it might be the best sports stadium in the world.
What makes it so good?
It is, as I've said, if you and your mates could design the ideal stadium with sight lines, 1,500 beer taps, affordable food, it's $2 hot dogs and $5 cheeseburgers, and I believe Arthur Blank has insisted that pricing stays the same for the Super Bowl this weekend.
Down to business, Sully. We're a few days away from the big game, and the Patriots are the favourites.
Yeah, 2.5 point favourite, Nat, and holding steady at that. They opened originally as a 1 point underdog, and we saw, and I presume a lot of places saw, a lot of money come for the Patriots. So it didn't take long. It took literally 2.5 hours for the line to move a full field goal back out to 2, which is a big key number there.
Right, we got to hit the Atlanta Knights, Sully. You ready?
Really,
The Gilet's ready. We're ready.
We're ready.